I guess come back next time on Cooper's Perspective when I review the first actual 3D Sonic game that got developed in the late 90s, which is...
Cooper.
What?
Cooper.
Oh my fucking god, who's talking?
Behind you.
What?
Yes, it is I, the Tails doll, creepypasta extraordinaire.
Yeah, and a very crappy creepypasta too. You know, you're not that terrifying in person.
Silence, or I'll consume your soul.
My point exactly.
Oh, fuck you.
What are you even doing here? Shouldn't you be bothering some call me Johnny or something?
Yes, but Johnny moved and I don't know where he went.
Yeah, good point.
Cooper, you are a terrible and unreliable game reviewer. Sure, you posted a 40-minute review of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yes, you made a 30-minute review of Sonic CD, plus the first two Sonic games got up to 20 minutes long. Clearly, these games mean an awful lot to you and you want to get your pointless perspective out of the way for the whole world to sadly see. After I went through your schedule for these games, I saw that you were excluding two games. Actually, two games that make up one. The polar opposite of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, as you like to think of it. I am here to make sure you don't plan on skipping over it and hoping nobody will notice. Do you really take your 5 fans for fools? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Now, you will review that game, and you will not skip it. And don't act stupid. You know what game I'm talking about.
No,
You must.
I'm not reviewing Sonic 4. I hate that game. I hate how boring and uninspired it is. And it serves no purpose, especially after Sonic Mania got announced.
Okay, fair point. But I'm not gonna let you off that easy. What I'm going to do is instead make a deal with you. You must replace your Sonic 4 review with another Sonic game.
Okay, anything. I'll review anything you want me to look at. Sonic Gems Collection? You want me to review a compilation?
No, you must review one of the games on said collection.
But I already reviewed Sonic CD, and Sonic the Fighters doesn't have that much to talk about, and... Are you fucking kidding me?
That's right, you must review my debut video game.
You want me to replace Sonic 4 with Sonic R?
Correct, and since you're reviewing these games in chronological order, you will review this before you get to Sonic Adventure.
But I wanted to review Sonic Adventure next. I love that game.
Yeah, but Sonic Adventure is a game you really like, and since you're stalling with Sonic R, that could give you more time to write that review. So, do we have a deal?
Alright.
You also have to review Shadow the Hedgehog.
What?
Sonic 4 had 2 episodes, but you can't combine both of them, so it technically still counts as 2 games. Ergo, 2 Sonic reviews from you to replace Sonic 4.
But Shadow the Hedgehog is just as boring and uninspired as Sonic 4, for completely different reasons, but this isn't fair!
Well, too bad. We were shaking on it when I said it. See you in the next review. Ha 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 ha! Don't forget, you also have to review Shadow the Hedgehog as well.
Tailsdoll, you need to shut the fuck up. Then there's the Tailsdoll.
Yeah, there I am.
Yep, it's you and you're one of the worst racers.
What?
Tails doll is slow as hell.
Huh?
He turns like shit.
Huh?
And he's got this really dumb floating move that seriously wishes it was just Tails' flying ability. So yeah, Tails doll really sucks. He'd be the worst character in the game if it wasn't for Amy being super slow.
Oh.
I mean, his dumb flying jump is good for skipping parts of levels, and he can float over water, but he's still not that good as a character. He's basically really pointless. Why is he even in this game? No offense. Tails doll? Hey, what are you doing?
What? Oh, nothing, just watching the sunrise.
The sun doesn't rise at 3 in the morning, you fucking idiot.
Oh, yeah, just... I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
You've never played Sonic R, haven't you?
No, not at all. I kind of avoided it after hearing a few bad things about it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, and I never knew it was this bad, and you know what?
What?
This got me thinking. Am I really just a pointless creation? Do I serve any purpose aside from scaring a bunch of 12-year-olds in some shitty internet horror stories? None of them are even good or worth reading, but that's just the belly of the beast, I guess. I just don't see a purpose to go on anymore. I was shit in my original game, so was I ever even good? Is there any point to my existence?
What? I'm not listening to you, dude.
I have no purpose.
I don't care.
I'm worthless.
I hope you fucking die one day. There's also...
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, and you function in this game like you did in Sonic R. Non-threatening and completely worthless.
Oh.
Why am I even reviewing this game? I was supposed to be looking at the main series Sonic games.
Because I told you to review it.
What? Oh, it's you. What are you doing?
What, nothing.
Have you been drinking?
Yeah, I kind of have been.
Why?
Well, I mean, finding out my existence is kind of pointless and all. Anyways, you have to review this game to fill in for the second episode of Sonic 4, since you hate that game and you don't want to review it. Plus, Shadow the Hedgehog was the first Sonic game you played.
Actually, it was the second.
What?
Yeah, I found out Sonic 3D Blast was my first Sonic game way before you showed up, so you're making me review this dull video game for almost no deservable reason. This game's about as special as you are. Which is not at all.
So, you're not going to review the game then?
No, I'm still reviewing the game, mainly because I never want to turn back to it ever.
Oh, so are you just gonna toss it in the garbage at the end or something?
Well, actually, that thought never occurred to me. Good idea. That is the only piece of useful advice I think you've ever given me.
Thanks?
I still hate you for making me review this game. Fuck you.
You're unreliable.
Shut up, you worthless piece of shit. It's going to be very difficult for me to find a new perspective on this game. What do you think, Tails doll?
I want to die.
Agreed. So I'll see you guys for the next review, and... I want Ryan Drummond back.
You know Sega's never gonna bring him back, right?
Let me have this fucking drink, goddamn you! You ready to get this over with, Tails doll? Tails doll?
Dear Cooper, for the past 20 years I've lived my life thinking I was the most horrific being ever conceived by man, but now I have realized I'm an overrated piece of cotton. As a result, I've developed a heavy drinking problem that you noticed but you didn't particularly care for. This ended up making me feel unneeded around you. So I decided to go for a drive, which ended up in a horrific car crash. I ditched the situation, having ended the life of a husband and wife. The whole incident tore me up. I've tried to bury it behind me, but it's been eating me away these past few months. As a result, I checked myself into the nearest mental institution, and am currently seeking help for my alcoholism and recently diagnosed mental depression. So if you are ever, for whatever reason, worried about my whereabouts, just know that I am currently residing in the nearest rehabilitation center, just a few blocks from where you live. If you are ever interested in contacting me, just head over there and ask for my mailbox. Hopefully I'll be out of there in a month or two. I wish you well. Tailstall.
What a pussy.
Hey Cooper, I'm back from the rehabilitation center.
Shut the fuck up! No one gives a shit that you're back! Fuck you! I fucking hate you! You prick! You fucking prick! You suck! No one gives a shit about you! Go fuck yourself! Fuck you!
Well, good to see things haven't changed around here.
Shut the fuck up! However, for this little marathon, I'm going to be taking a look at the set of Spider-Man games that were developed by Treyarch Studios, starting with the one that technically started it all, Spider-Man, the Dreamcast version.
Wait a second, you just said you were looking at the Spider-Man games developed by Treyarch. Didn't Neversoft make that game?
Yes, you dipshit. However, Neversoft were the ones responsible for developing the original PlayStation version, but the Dreamcast port was actually handled by Treyarch, and because of that, this technically ended up being the first ever Spider-Man game that Treyarch was involved with. Dumbass.
Wait a minute, Cooper.
What do you want, Tailstall?
Nothing. I just wanted to let you know that there was a sequel to Neversoft's Spider-Man 2000 game, Spider-Man 2: Enter Electro.
Okay, what about it?
I don't know. I just thought you'd want to review that game just for the hell of it.
Alright. Did Treyarch have anything to do with that game?
No, this game was on PS1, but they most likely would have ported it to Dreamcast.
Was it ported to Dreamcast?
Nope.
Then fucking what connection does this have to the marathon? Did Neversoft develop it?
No, but it was developed by Victor's Visions.
Victor's Visions? Aren't those the guys who made the Game Boy Color version of the first game and more recently the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy?
Yeah, different developers, but this game is super important to bring up.
Oh really?
Yeah, well, it uses the exact same gameplay style. It has some more FMV cutscenes. Most of the menus and sound effects are the same. The music is probably more repetitive than the first game. It has almost the exact same extra content that was in the first game, you know, like the what if mode, and it's also got...
God damn it, Tailstall, quit wasting my fucking time!
Rhino Romano also voiced Spider-Man in this game too.
Okay. So, I will see you guys in a few weeks, and thanks for watching. Hey, Tailstall.
What, Cooper?
I just want to give you a little piece of advice for whenever you recommend I review another video game.
Okay. What?
First off, make sure you've actually played the game for yourself, and also, make sure it's not, you know, fucking boring. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video I made for this, I guess, special occasion or whatever. All the Tailstall scenes, I thought you guys would like this video. I don't know. And if you're wondering where Tailstall is right now, he's right here, just relaxing. He's been out of work for about a year now. And, yeah, he's probably not going to appear in any future reviews, but, you know, I figured I'd give him one last little video to send them off a little goodbye. So, any final words you want to say to the viewing audience?
Does this mean I could finally retire?
Yes, you can finally die. Farewell.